Hi everyone, this is Mom Loves AG Dolls too, and today I wanted to do a review and comparison on 3 Asian dolls that are 18 inches tall. So the first one here, I'm sure everyone can recognize. This is Jess. Jess is the American Girl Doll of the Year from 2006. And to the left of Jess, we have a Journey Girl, and her original name is Callie, but I named her Cassidy with a K. And our other Asian doll is a My Life Madame Alexander from Walmart, and we named her Trinity. So these are the 3 types of Asian dolls that we have been able to find. They have a bit of similarity in their bodies, with the American Girl being the one with the most different body. And I'm going to go ahead and take off their leotard so that you can see. But before I do that, I want to go ahead and feature their faces, because that is like the most adorable thing. So Jess here has Kanani's face mold, and it's absolutely beautiful. And she has brown eyes, and she has reddish brown hair, which I think the camera is picking up very well. So her hair, although it's dark, has a lot of really pretty red highlights. Very nice. She has the feathered eyebrows. She has like a cute little button nose, and her face is on the round side, and she is just gorgeous. And to the left, we have the Journey Girls version of the Asian doll. And this little lady is just beautiful. If you look for Callie now, she will not have bangs, so you will see her looking more like that. But this is the older version, and I love her with bangs. I think she is just beautiful. And her eyebrows are feathered as well. And her eyes are the most realistic because they are very almond shaped. So it's very realistic. And I love her nose. And she has beautiful lips. So I think of the 3, she's the most realistic looking. I think she looks more like a little girl versus a doll. And her hair is jet black, absolutely gorgeous. And the My Life Madame Alexander brand is the older one from 2013 to about 2014 season. And she too has jet black hair, but she has beautiful blue highlights in it. And I'm sure you can see that. And then her eyes, they did try to shape them a little bit almond. So she does have somewhat of an almond shape to her eyes, but her eye color is just gorgeous. I mean, I think you could call that like aquamarine or blue-green or green-blue. They're just absolutely beautiful. She has a gorgeous nose, and her lips are just beautiful. Those I think would be called like Cupid lips. They're just round and red and kind of puckered up and just adorable. And her face is more on the round side too, just like the American Girl. So these are 3 different Asian looks, and they're all just gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. So let me go ahead and show you also the back of their hair so you can see the difference. Okay, so here is the back of the girl's hair. And from the back, you can really see that Jess, the one in the middle, has reddish highlights. You can really see it because she's standing next to 2 girls with jet black hair. So that's a cool difference with Jess, that although she is supposed to be Asian, her hair is not all jet black. It does have a lot of red highlights, as you can see. It's very pretty. So that is the back of the girl's hair, and now we will go on and compare. Okay, so here are the girls undressed so that you can see the difference in their bodies. So everyone, I'm sure, is very familiar with the American Girl body. She is all cloth going all the way down. Her limbs are attached in a way that only move like this, up and down, her hands. I think they can come out a little bit like this as well. And then her legs are very sturdy, very strong, like heavy-duty plastic. So they're not squishy, they're not soft, which makes her very easy to stand. And even sitting is not a problem with these types of dolls. What I don't like is that because she doesn't have a chest plate, when you put like strapless items, it just doesn't look so good. So I would recommend that American Girl think about doing a chest plate like these other 2 dolls. So I'm going to move on to the Journey Girl doll because she has my favorite chest plate. It's a very long, comes all the way down to about probably where the ribs would start. And so that makes the torso up here, the chest plate, very, very long so that you can actually put a nice strapless dress. And I don't know, I like it better. I like the fact that the middle is soft material because, you know, it'll be squishy. So if you give her a hug, little girls like to hug their dolls a lot. But to me, it's not even necessary. I would have preferred if she was all vinyl up to here. I think, you know, that would just be my preference. Her hands are very similar to American Girl. They just kind of go up and down like that. And you can move them to the side. Her legs are a heavy-duty plastic as well. And she feels a little bit squishier on the limbs. If you press really hard, you can almost feel the squish, but not that much. Whereas American Girls, you touch them and there's no softness there at all. There's no squishiness. Very, very hard plastic. So that I like a little bit better, that she feels just a tad softer anyway. And then the Madame Alexander My Life doll has a much shorter chest plate. This one comes up almost to where, I guess, her chest ends. Whereas if you can see the difference, this one is just a tad longer on the Journey Girl than on the My Life. I'm sure you can see the difference. This is so much shorter, but it's still a chest plate, which is great. And because the fabric portion is longer, it's easier, I guess, for little girls to like give her a hug and stuff. So she's very soft right there. And I love her limbs the best of all three. She has super duper soft, squishy limbs. I'm sure you can see that. And her fingers are pliable. So arms only move this way and out a little bit. So they don't have like any kind of fun articulation in their limbs, but I love, love, love the softness and the squishiness of these types of dolls. And her legs are the same way. They're soft and squishy. They're a little bit harder to pinch than the hands. Moving on to the legs, this is the American Girl doll, the one in the middle, and her legs are super similar to the My Life brand. As you can see, they kind of have the same little shape, although these legs to me appear to be taller. And then, as you can see from the Journey Girls doll has more of like what you would call an athletic look. Her legs don't have as much definition, and they're very, very long and thin. I like observing the difference, and their feet look all the same, and their hands pretty much, they all have like the same, I guess, shape, their hands. So they're all very similar. I actually forgot to mention the heads. The American Girl, as you probably know, her head does not pivot up or down, but it does move side to side, which is helpful for posing in photos. But the best ones are the ones that have heads that pivot. Like the My Life Madame Alexander, her head can pivot all the way up and all the way down. It's so cute. So pretty much you can do all kinds of adorable poses with these dolls that you can't do with the American Girl. So I love this head. I mean, it is just the cutest. So I would say that for pivoting purposes, this is my favorite head mold right here because it moves the most. It has the most versatility in movement. This one is very, very limited. And this one, although it moves, it doesn't seem to have as much versatility as the other one. So this one, her head can also pivot up and pivot down, but not as much as the other one. And of course, they all can go side to side, but I don't think hers can move as easily as the other one can. And let's see, I guess you can tilt her a little bit sideways. Yeah, so she has some versatility in her as well. But the easiest one to maneuver in the head, as you saw, was this one, especially when you're doing it one-handed. But I love all these girls. I think they're beautiful. Okay, and one more thing. The American Girl dolls, they do have sleepy eyes. And so do the My Life Madame Alexander dolls and the regular My Lives that are out now. They all have sleepy eyes, but the Journey Girls sadly do not have sleepy eyes. I think that would be an excellent touch if they add that in the future, but for now they do not. So thank you all so much for watching. Bye!